Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So, I'm going to be continuing on with my stream of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which is something I started a little while ago. And, it was around the time, I think it was when I bought, just around the time I bought the Nintendo Switch, and I started to play some Zelda Breath of the Wild, and then I was thinking, some of the other Zelda games were fun too. And this was one that I haven't actually played in a while. Looks like we have Rex there in the chat. So I started this a little while ago, like I said, and I got somewhere. I don't remember a lot of this game. Like, I did complete it a long time ago, only once ever. And I used to play it on the Super Game Boy. Well, I played it on the original Game Boy when I first got it. Then I played it on the Super Game Boy. I think when I first got it, I played it on the original Game Boy and I didn't complete it. And then I kind of put it down and forgot about it for a while. Then when I got the Super Game Boy, I thought this would be a good time to revisit this game. And that's when I started playing it more. And I think I just liked the idea of being able to play it on my TV instead of always just playing on a handheld device. So I put more time into it, and then I was able to actually complete it. But now I'm kind of coming back to it after many, many years, and I'm like, holy crap. It's a whole new world. It's so weird having Link jump like that. So I have to remember what I have to do now. I think I passed that first part. Yeah, so I have the one item. I have to remember what all my objects are here. Got that feather thing. Ah, whatever. We'll learn. Gonna make sure my stream is going well, because I don't know, I've been having internet interruptions all day, so hopefully it straightened itself out. I'm not gonna end up like what happened where my stream was dying on me the whole time. Oops, just stabbed a chicken. 200, I still need $70 more. And that's a one shield. I already have that, so I memorized the timing of the claw game, so getting rupees in a hurry is no problem. Well, I kind of remember that. That claw game. See if I can get some money and stuff in these bushes. I know this is supposed to be coming out on the Switch. Found a secret seashell. If you collect a lot of these, something good is bound to happen. Which I'm kind of interested in when they make the Switch version. Depending on how much they're going to charge for it, obviously. If it's going to be, like, reasonable priced. But it looked cool from the some of the screenshots that they showed from it. So whenever that comes out, I'm going to look for that. Asking me when we started to live on this island. What do you mean by that? That's a weird conversation. This is the claw game. Okay. Huh. 10 rupees. Let's see how terrible I am at this. Sure. This is just timing. Oh god. This is gonna be terrible. Alright. What do? I have to go up here? Oh. Okay. Did that wrong. Okay, let's try that again. I didn't know I was supposed to be here. I don't know. Okay. I'm wasting rupees. Okay. Park the claw in the upper left corner, then when the item you want is on the center right side of the belt, hit it. Okay, let's try that. When the item you want is in the center right. Alright. I don't know if it's this corner here. Am I supposed to go there? Oh. Nope. Yeah, I can see how this is all about the timing. It's crazy. I think I'm just gonna waste a lot of points, so might as well just go back out into the wild. Grr. Oh, the phone. Let's just do again. Yeah, I didn't get what you meant by the upper, what is it? So park claw in the upper left corner, and then when the item you want is in the center right. You know what you meant by the center right. She had an awful tragedy in the house across the way. It's just awful. All I could do is sweep. The belt is a rectangle, cannot be more clear. Okay, we should try it again then. Seems like the old man is a shy guy in person. Alright. Ah, this must be the guy you're calling from the phone booth? This looks pretty heavy. That must be the guy you're calling, I guess. Most Loblins lived in the mysterious forest, but some live in the caves of Tao Heights. Yeah. Right, let's give this a shot again. Upper left. Alright. When it appears there. Almost had it, I think. Oh no, that's that bag of crap. I don't want that. I'm trying to get those rupees. I don't think my timing is right there. Center right side. Oh. Okay, I think I know what you mean. So. Okay. I think I know what you mean. It's gotta be in the center right side, like right there. So let's try that. There we go. Okay. I think when you were saying the center part, I was kind of confused. Yeah. 30 rupees. Yay. Thanks, Rex. I was kind of confused by that, but I was like, what do you mean center right? Oh, okay, never mind. A little slow today. Try it again. Yes, I guess this is a good way to turn, 10 into 30. Just keep doing that over and over again. You have to, I guess, leave and then come back. You get the 2 rupees, yeah. Alright. So really you're making 20 rupees every time you do this. Well, yeah, each time you play you get 20. Right in the center. I mean, all the other things I don't need. Oops. Okay. Gotta time it right. Helps to look at the screen. Let's do it. See what? It's weird. It seems like you're gonna miss it, but then it grabs it. Let's play one more time. Get the other one. Reconnection is successful. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, maybe I should get the money for the shovel. Just have to do it a couple more times. Ouch. The mouse over there. Here we are. Yes, I want to play. Okay. Oh, dang it. Forgot you have to hold down the button. Wasting my rupees. Okay. So you gotta hold down the button. Stop it there. Don't want the heart. I want the rupees. Why is it only 30 rupees? Why isn't it 50? Oh, a sec here. Do something with my chat. perfect. Just want to make sure I can see the chat just in case. There we go. So I'm gonna have to go down. Oh, no, there was another one there. 10 rupees. I'm at 162. I don't. Let's see. Oh, I should have hit it. Okay, I'll wait around until it goes back to the center again. Here it comes. And press. Yay! Okay. One more time, and then should be able to get the shovel. Although I can't remember if the shovel is absolutely necessary or not. Oops, it probably is. Still not sure if I can grab that Yoshi doll thing in the middle. Should give it a try. Alright, let's just try and see if you can grab that Yoshi thing. I have no idea. No, maybe not. Oh, at least I could have got that sack thing. Oh well. I got the money I need to get the shovel. That's cool. Pruning the hedges. Okay. $200 rupees. Alright. I think on my last stream I was talking with somebody who said they stole from the store. And actually like take the thing and just run out of the store with it. What's up there? Nothing. Now I can dig holes. Huh. Now I have to remember where I have to go. I have to save that Bow Wow guy. So I think what I'll do... Oops. Let's get out of the... Okay, the feather makes you jump, so... I think, yeah, I'll keep it with that. I gotta figure out where to go. This lady says her Bow Wow's been stolen. Dog napped by moblins. Gotta figure out where to go. Can't lift that. Have to go up there. Which way did I come? Just waiting for it to reconnect. I don't know why lately my internet's been so terrible. There we go. Okay. This is me. Tickle in my throat. Can I go down here? Oop. Saying reconnection. Alright. As long as I'm connected. Hey, it's Jersey. How's it going? Spent my entire weekend playing games. Nothing wrong with that. Never knew how fun that system is. I'm glad you're having fun. I guess you were playing it on the what was it? The PlayStation. I think you said you bought it for. Am I right? Was it PlayStation? Okay. Now that I can jump. I can pass this area here. Oh, there's a shark there. Windfish in name only, for it's neither. Yes, neither a wind or a fish. Let's see, where am I on the map? Uncharted territory. PS2, yeah. I don't know if I have that one. I know I have in television. I think it might be the PS2. Or is it the, or did I get it for the Wii? Oh, crap. I can't remember now. I know I have one of them. The Intellivision compilations. Camera? What's this for? Is this for the Game Boy camera or something? Anything actually happen? Go to the back of the room and stand in front of the screen. Oh, here. I'm standing in front of the stupid thing in the corner there. I'll call this here. Stands a brave man, say cheese. What's your name, young man? Well, here's your album. Give it a look before you leave. Here. Fill that album. This must be for the Game Boy printer thing that came out Even when that thing came out, I thought it was pointless. Some shark dude over here. I wanna go there. Okay, let's see what's inside here. There's this suspicious looking runt. Okay boys, let's get rid of him. Oh geez, I got pushed out. This must be where Bow Wow is, because he said something about a cave with moblins everywhere. You must be an assassin sent by Madame Meow Meow to rescue the mutt. You came here to get me, but it is I who will get you. I think I need my shield. No? Perhaps it would be maybe more beneficial to be able to jump than to use this damn shield. I think you have to hit him when he knocks himself out. Yeah. Oops. I think I'd rather be able to jump than use that useless shield. Whoa. Ouch. Pretty much knocks himself out. Die! Ooh, got a fairy. Hey, there's Bow Wow. What a fearsome beast. Yeah, I think you just gotta take him back. It's more of a chain chomp than a Bow Wow. Not really a dog. Whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna go this way. Wait, can I get down there? Can't remember if I can just go straight down. Piece of power. Oh yeah, Bow Wow can eat them. That's funny. Eat 'em. Eat 'em. Yeah, it would be fun if you can carry Bow Wow around a lot longer in this game. I'm pretty sure you have to just drop him off here. Take him for a walk. It would really help me out for a lot. You will. Thanks. Take him for a walk. So I guess you get to take him around for some period of time. I don't know if I'm just supposed to do it for a while and bring him back. I can't remember, but whatever. What do I do with him? go up here. That's the fishing area. So we'll keep eating all the enemies. Don't need to go here. I think I'm going down to the beach, aren't I? I don't know if there's anything down at the beach anymore. Wrong way. How long am I supposed to walk this guy for? That's okay. Let's go back up to where I was before. Eat them. Fairies are always good. Finding these little energy things. Oops, already went here. Don't need to go back there. Can I go any further up? Those things are bad. Oh, he can eat them. Cool. Shop. Crap. Lost connection for a minute there. You have to go to the upper part of the mysterious forest area. With water and flowers. Upper part of the mysterious forest. can't go that way. See if I can go any further up that way. Oops. Falling. Where's the phone? The swamp. Indigested flowers of the Gupunga swamp. Okay, so I gotta take him to the swamp. Okay, what's the, where's that swamp? So it's that way. Alright. Up here. Oh. It helps to not fall down a hole. What's in here? This looks like an... oh. It's to the right. Let's keep going to the right. I think I can go further. Here's the swamp. Maybe he's gonna let me pass through something that I wouldn't normally be able to pass through without him. Eat those things. Level 2. Maybe in here is where you get something to lift those pots. Get out of my way. Change back to the feather just in case I accidentally hit the button and waste. Boom! This is where you had to take it. Thanks for the help there, Jersey. Like I said in the beginning here, I haven't played this game in a long time, and did I get a key? Got a key. I got one key, so let's go down this way. Oops. Try to kill those things. Dang nabbit. Okay. Need something to kill them. Those like those laser thing. Oh, this thing. A lot of this stuff is from the Link to the Past too. Small key. Okay. Sweet. More keys. Oh, you have to hit that. Oh, can't kill him. You have to get him to walk to the square. Follows you wherever. Okay. Ouch. Keep walking into those things. I see some bats I have to kill. Go away. Oh, forgot you have to jump. Guess you have to go down. Oh. Go back to that spot I was just at. Oh, yeah. Back here again. Okay, nothing happens, that's okay. Uh-oh. The hell? And he killed me. Yeah, I know it looks heavy. Okay. think I have any more keys to it. Oh, I got one more key. I can go the other way. Forgot there's a door here. Remember these things in Zelda 1. Do I have to light these things? No. Go over there. Stone beak. Oh, that opens those owl statue things. Alright. Oops. Helps if you push the button. Crap. How do I get out of here? Can't kill this thing. Well, that's one way to get out of that room. Save and continue. Run, Link, run. Is that the one I can open? Part of the floor is raised. Tap the crystal. Yes, I already knew that. Guess I just have to go. Billy O, Brian, have you finished this one? Very long time ago. On the Super Nintendo. I was playing it on, I have the original one on Game Boy. And I finished it a long time ago playing it on the Super Nintendo, the Super Game Boy, I should say. But that was a long time ago. See what this guy has to say. It's been a long time since I've played this game. Make every block design the same. Okay, I already figured that out too. So let's move along. I need some hearts. Or a heart container. I have to try the other Game Boy Zelda games. They came out on like the DS or something. Like the original Game Boy DS's or... Ah, crap. Stop it! Just trying to get the heart. There we go. I want to do a spin attack. Oh! Crap. What type of controller am I using? Ah, jeez, I just fell. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh. using a Retro Link Nintendo style controller. Ooh, a fairy. Sweet. So this looks like a Nintendo controller. It's not the same. I mean, it's the same button configuration, but it's very light. Like, there's nothing in there. Like, it's not weighted at all. And the buttons are not, you know, not as responsive as they could be. Do I have to... Oh, I can't get in there. Okay. I think I can go and see what that owl thing has to say. Defeat the imprisoned Polis voice. Last stealth. Whoa! That thing sucked me in. At last you found the map. Yeah, that's good and all, but still, I need to know where the heck I'm going. Oh, it looks like a pot. Cool. I have an SNES version of that one. I know what you mean by it feeling light. Yeah, I almost considered doing that too, but I have another controller that I use when I play like SNES or anything else pretty much other than Nintendo. I have this one here, which is not, you know, 100% perfect, but it does have a ton of buttons, and so it does allow me to play like NES or SNES games on it. I also do play my Atari games with that one. I've yet to actually go and pick up an Atari-style joystick, or even one of those little adapters you can buy to plug in a real Atari, which I was considering. Because, you know, I love the Atari joystick. This is a real Atari joystick. It'd be fun to play with this actually connected to my PC. And I know there is ways to do it, so... At least I've heard of it. I think the SNES original controller is the best one of all. Yeah, it's nice and comfortable. I mean, the NES controller, I mean, the fact that it's like that rectangular, you know, the rectangular corners and all that stuff, it's not as comfortable. I like how the SNES, kind of like the Nintendo dog bone controller. Okay, I need to find a key. So... These days I just use my Xbox One controller or PS4 for my emulators. Also, I love the Atari joysticks. Well, the Atari joystick's perfect for if you're actually playing like Atari games, because I mean they've designed the games to be played with that controller. Games like Hero. I always say, like, if you're playing Hero on the Atari, you should be using that Atari controller. Okay, so I warped back to the beginning now. Need to see where the heck I have to go now. Ugh. Must be something I missed. I've heard people say that they think the Xbox One controller, I think I heard people say is like the best one. Like, as far as, you know, what it can do. How do we get him to stand in that spot? I think I have to get him to stand in that spot, but how do I do that? to do. I think there's something you have to do with this guy, with this dude. Oops. Maybe? Maybe not? Thought maybe I had to get him to stand in that one spot, but that doesn't look like it's doing anything. I need to find a key or something. Oops. Ah, fell again. And I fell again. Fall a lot in this game. Can't kill those bastards. I don't even think you can kill these things. This is just going to take me back to where it was. Something I'm missing. Can't pick the things up yet. Maybe there's another entrance outside I have to fall down. No, sometimes with these games you have to do that. You have to find another entrance on the way in or out or whatever. To fall into another area. Does that take me right back to that same spot, I guess? Yeah. So I need a key, that's for sure. And get the heart again. There's a staircase there. But I don't know if that's something you get after you can pick up those things. Dang it. Stupid bats and... I think... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jeez. Falling everywhere. Come on, you can do it. I think I need a key here. Yikes. No! You can't... It's... ugh. Super magnetic. Whew. Okay, let's go out and see if there's another entrance somewhere. Try jumping into that sucking hole. You jump into that thing? So I'm thinking maybe there's another entrance that I have to go to. I don't know if you can jump into that thing. That's what I mean, when I first played this game, I don't know if you could jump into there because... Oh. No, it just takes you back to the beginning. Because when I played this a long time ago, it was like... You know, I probably played it for a while, didn't get very far. Oh, maybe you need to get what's in that chest. Maybe that's what's holding me back. I didn't explore the swamp. That was a problem. I went right into the dungeon. maybe there's something in the swamp. Yeah, like when I first bought this game, I played it on the original Game Boy for a while. I got to a point where I was just like lost. And then I put it down, and then I ended up picking it up again after I got my Super Nintendo with the Super Game Boy, I mean, for my Super Nintendo. I'm not seeing anything here. Yeah, everything's got these heavy rocks everywhere. So you gotta be able to find something that lifts them. Probably in this cave, but where? And there's something there, but how do I get to it without having to... I think this way didn't... This left to that... Oops. One spot where I got stuck. Beat this game a few times. This dungeon always gave me a hard time. Oh, great. Because it's probably like the most cryptic dungeon. It's probably something really obvious and I'm just not thinking about it. Oops. It's gotta be something to do with these blue diamondy shaped things. Yeah, before I started this, I was trying to decide what game to play. I didn't know what I was really in the mood to play. I was like really struggling with that one. I was like, I didn't know if I wanted to play a Nintendo game, if I wanted to play some more Atari, if I wanted to play some ColecoVision. And then I thought, well, I've already started a few games of, you know, like Zelda games like this one and A Link to the Past, so I thought maybe I'll do that. And then I was even thinking of doing like something I haven't done in a long time. Another game is Pokemon on the Game Boy, the original, like the blue and red series. I was thinking of, you know, maybe tackling one of those again. But I thought, you know, I've already started like 3 games, like, or at least 2. I started this one and Link to the Past, and I thought, heck with it, I'll just continue on. But, yeah, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to hit a brick wall in this game and not know where to go. That's the thing about these Zelda games, is like after a while you just got to keep exploring and look for things that you didn't look for before, or try different things. Keep trying different paths, and even now I'm playing Breath of the Wild and getting hardly anywhere. Yes, do Pokemon Blue next. Funny enough, I was actually going to do Pokemon Red because I like using Charmander and getting him up to Charizard. I don't know if I've played Blue or not. I think like Blue and Red are almost the same, right? It's just the different Pokemon you get in the beginning. I think they're the same game though. Plus there's the Yellow with Pikachu, and I remember picking that up at one point. I bought it used. I still have it somewhere. With I think I still have one of the Pokemon. Maybe, I don't know if it's the blue or the red one I picked up on the original Game Boy. Oh, that was dumb. Yeah, so I was thinking of that. I don't know. I probably still would like to do it, because I remember when I first tried the Pokemon game, it was actually on the emulator. I didn't have it on the Game Boy. Yeah, same game. Yeah, I thought so. I didn't have it on Game Boy, and I didn't know what it was. I just remember everybody always talking about Pokemon. And this was probably even before I bought the cards. I remember buying some of the cards when the card game first came out. I ended up buying, like, because I was into Magic the Gathering. I played a lot of card games, you know, back then, and Pokemon was like the big one to come out, and I didn't understand what any of it was. But I knew it was a card game, and I liked card games, so I ended up picking up a whole bunch of the first edition booster packs when they first came out. And I mean, I liked it. I mean, I've played Pokemon for a while, like the card game. I never did anything competitive, but you know, I did collect the cards a lot. I bought a ton of them from Walmart. I remember buying them, and I didn't even know how to play the game. I just thought, you know, it might be cool. So I bought a whole bunch of the cards, and I was looking at the different Pokemon, and that's really where I got my knowledge of them. So once I started playing the Game Boy game, I'm like, okay. Moostalphos. When I first played Pokemon Blue Red a year ago, I really liked it. Well, that's the thing. Like when I first downloaded the game on the emulator, I didn't know what I was getting into. I had no idea what Pokemon was. Like no idea what it was all about. And I started playing it, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like this is actually like kind of like Zelda, kind of like how do I get up there? Run my ass. Whoa. Kind of like Zelda, kind of like Dragon Warrior, kind of, you know, all those kind of like RPGs, but it also had like a battle sequence like, just like Dragon Warrior, and I thought, that's cool. And I really got into it, and I remember playing it. It was funny, because I think I was sick that day. I stayed home from school. Like, this was obviously during the school, when I was back in school, but I remember I was sick from school, and sick of school, but I was sick staying home from school. And I decided to try it out, and I got hooked on it. I was like literally playing it for like the entire day. I'm like, this is such a cool game. Like you find these, you search around, you're looking for Pokemon, you battle, you find more. I thought it was really cool. But I never really like got heavily into Pokemon. I started watching the cartoon for a bit. You know, I had the cards, but I didn't really get too much into it from that point on. I kind of, even playing the card game, I got to a point where I was just like, you know, it's fun, but there's not a lot of deck building potential. If you've played games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon is very boring in comparison, because there's not a lot of decks you can build. Like, there's not a lot of build potential. You pretty much have to build what you want to play, and that's it. And then, I don't know. So I didn't get too far into the game. I tried to get back into it again like about a year and a half ago. I was buying a lot of the cards again, and I tried playing online, and I came into the same problem where I started getting bored. So, however, I did play the Pokemon card game on the Game Boy, and I loved that. I was even considering that one too. Like maybe I'll play that, the card game, because that's kind of fun. I do have it on the original Game Boy, but the last time I tried playing it, my game saves weren't staying, so obviously the battery inside's dead. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to figure out what the heck to do, because I don't know where else to go. Danger, keep out. Except Bow Wow. Yeah, no kidding. I gotta figure out what to do. I'm really curious though how the Switch version of this game is gonna be. Like, I'd like to see how the Switch version is gonna be. If they're gonna change it, or if it's just gonna literally be new graphics, same game. Kind of like this one. This is the DX version, which is the same game, it's just in some prettier color. I don't think there's anything I can do here because of this skull is in the way. I can't open that treasure chest. I don't think there's any... Whoops. I don't know if there's anything I can do. Oh, wait. Whoa! That wasn't nice. And I just ran right into it again. even just getting some money. This didn't really help. What's in here? My name is Wright. Well, that's very creative. I have a ton of Pokemon cards. Someone gave them to me as payment. Didn't have money. Felt bad, so agreed. Now I have a few thousand of them. Never played them, though. That's the other thing, too. I got a ton of them, like a ton of the old ones, and a lot of them aren't worth anything because the way the game has changed, the older cards are not good. Compared to, say, something like Magic the Gathering, where the older cards, a lot of the older cards are too powerful. Pokemon did the opposite. A lot of the older cards are crap. Like, there was a huge power creep in the game where they just started overpowering all the newer cards. So if you, like, look at the old, like, the first base set, a lot of the Pokemon cards are, even Charizard, which, you know, it's still worth money. Like, if you have an original Charizard, which I do, it's still worth some money for collectability, but as far as playability, not the greatest card. And so, a lot of them, unless you want to play, like, you know, some traditional fun with a friend or something, you play, like, the original cards. And, you know, they also have, if you want to play in the current tournaments, you have to play with the original, or not the original, the most current few sets. And that, again, that's normal with with trading card games, is, well, a lot of them anyways. You have to play with the more current sets, and they don't allow you to play with the older cards, which kills the value again, because they're not legal in tournaments. Unless they reprint them, and then you can play the older card, but that doesn't always happen. Like with Magic, they have multiple types of tournaments. You can play old style, you know, where you're allowed to use all the older cards, and then you can play the modern, which allows you to play like from the last 10 years or so, 10 or 15 years. And then you've got like standard, which only lets you play the last 3 sets that came out. And the problem with that is cards will be valuable while they're playable, but then all of a sudden they're not playable, and then they're worth nothing. It's kind of the thing about card games, is that happens. Oh, jeez. Hey, what's up, the Atari creep? Just watching your video there on the Kenner video game system. You sent me over to the Junkman. That was cool. I'm kind of intrigued by that. Find out what that whole Kenner system is all about. Well, it seems like from what you showed in your video that it, and what the Junkman showed from his video, is that it's more of it was a concept. So that's all you had to do, is just knock him down the hole. Well, that was boring. Weird stuff, right? Yeah. Maybe you should do a video explaining how to play Magic. Always wanted to learn. You know, I kind of, I did a video on Magic, a little video on Magic the Gathering, where I kind of went through a little base set that I had, a little beginner's set. And I thought about it, but, you know, there's just so many other people out there right now that are actually, like, totally into Magic, and they're playing the game, and they're doing videos on it. But I thought it was kind of unnecessary for me to actually do that type of thing. I'm not really into it anymore. In fact, I've been selling off a lot of my Magic cards. I'm not going to sell them all. I'm going to keep a lot of them, but I've been selling off the really valuable ones because they're just sitting in my basement. I probably won't get into the game again like I used to. And, you know, the fact is, I have a Nintendo Switch because I sold a single Magic card. I had one in the base. I actually have a bunch of them in the basement that I dug up, and I started researching online, and I found out they were worth like, you know, one couple of them were worth about 500 bucks each. And actually, one of the cards I found that I had in my collection was worth almost 2 grand. And I was like blown away by that, and I went and just threw them on eBay, and I thought they would sit, and within less than a week I think I sold them. So that was pretty cool. Like, I ended up, you know, making some money off of these old cards that I had kicking around. And but yeah, I'm not going to sell all my Magic cards. Like, I'm never going to say I'll never get back into the game, because you never know. You never know when you're going to get into something again, right? So don't sell it all. It's just like us with collecting video games, right? And that topic has come up a few times. Even when I did my my live chat where with Patrick Hickey Jr., in the middle of that live chat, he brought up a whole thing where he walked into a card shop or a game store, and some kid was in there, or some teenager or whatever was in there selling all his PlayStation 3 games or whatever, and wanting to you know, buy the latest stuff, and he was telling him he's going to regret it, and the guy didn't get it. He's like, I don't know what you mean. Why am I going to regret it? You know, these are old, I've played them, I'm bored of them, I want new games. Any of us old retro collectors know that that's a bad thing to do. Sell off all your games, because, you know, in 10-15 years, you're going to want those games again. You're going to want that, experience again. You're going to miss playing those old games that, you know, you just probably won't be able to find very easily. And if you do, somebody's going to want a ton of money. So yeah, it's the same thing with me in Magic. I'm not going to sell all my cards. I have way too many. I'd have to sell the whole thing as a collection. And I almost considered it at one point. Someone actually did come in and look through my cards, and he offered me about a little over 3 grand for the whole thing, and I'm like, no, I put way too much money into this. Like, I must have spent, seriously, from the point that from the time that I started playing Magic, which was way back, way back, to today, I must have spent, you know, 10 grand at least on Magic cards. So there's no way I'm going to give it up for 3 grand. It's just, that's ridiculous. But he was a reseller. His plan was to buy them from me and then sell them. I'm like, shit, I can just do that myself, right? So I'm like, I know, I didn't take his deal. Because he valued, at the time, and this was a couple of years ago, he valued my entire collection at over 8 grand. And he wanted to give me 3 grand. Because he's like, it's going to take him time to process them, and go through them, price them, and sell them, and I'm like, forget it, you know, like, I'm not going to give you all my Magic cards for 3 grand. Like, come on. And I'm glad I didn't, because that's when I ended up, you know, I wouldn't have found that one card that's worth almost 2 grand on its own. You know, all I had to do was wait some time. Yeah, I don't know where to go, folks. I don't know where to go. Yeah, I figured that. He made an amazing point to that kid. Exactly. These games will shape who you are. Know it or not, that dude is so cool. Exactly. Well, even you know, I think about the past when I got rid of my Commodore 64 and my Intellivision, and you know, I know my mom was trying to be, you know, practical, and she's like, you don't play these systems anymore, you're holding on to them, maybe it's time to get rid of them and get something new. But at the same time, those systems, I remember, were not in the greatest of shape. Like the Intellivision I had, my original Intellivision, the connection piece, the RF connection piece, was broken. And my father took it to work, where he worked, and he had somebody kind of solder in some wire, like a coax cable wire in there, to try and fix it. And I mean, it worked, but it was you know, it was still kind of shoddy. And I think at the time I wasn't playing in television anymore. Like I kind of just had it in the basement. It would be one of those things I'd pull it out and play it when I just felt like playing a certain game, but then otherwise it just sat there. And I really wanted a Nintendo, and my mom was like, you know, well, you got to get rid of the old to get the new. And I'm like, okay. I don't know what he means by Staphylos. I can't even get anywhere because I can't get... Ugh. Lost. I'm so lost. Maybe I need to find a key somewhere. Because I can't get through here. And my Commodore 64, I remember the computer still worked when I sold it, but the disk drive didn't. The disk drive kept failing on me, and I kept getting it repaired. And it was costing, you know, about $80 or something at the time to fix it. Every time it would slip and it wouldn't load it. It would just keep loading. It wouldn't load anything in. And so, yeah, I had to get rid of it. So, I took it to a computer store, and I think I took my Commodore 64 and my Intellivision, and my mom was like, take all your original games. They're not going to buy the copied games from your Commodore. And so the only game I kept, and I've said this many times, was my Donkey Kong for the Intellivision, because that was always special to me. Even though I had no thought that I'd ever be able to play it again. But yeah, that's pretty much, you know. At the same time, though, I think it's fair to say that you can't keep everything. You're gonna have to learn to drop things, especially when you move out. You know, when you move out of your parents' house and you have your own little apartment, and you're lucky if your parents will keep some things for you, but that's when you start to realize I can't take everything. You kind of take what's popular. You know, that's another tragedy of mine was, you know, when my parents divorced, I had to decide where I'm gonna live and, you know, whose house I'm gonna live in. I lived in with my father for a while, and he lived in the same house that I grew up in, so all my toys were there. But then later on I decided to move in with my mother, and I could only grab a small handful of stuff. And so the toys I grabbed at the time were my Ninja Turtles, my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures. I grabbed those, and I grabbed a bunch of like odd other toys, like I don't know what it was now. Maybe, I don't know if it was the Dick Tracy toys or something. I don't know. It was a bunch of like whatevers I was playing with at the time. And I moved in with my mom because she's like, you can't take everything. There's just too much stuff. And unfortunately, a lot of my original toys that I had ended up, I think my father sold them off. Like he threw them into a garage sale or something. Got rid of a lot of it, or whoever he was seeing at the time had kids and they took them, because all my original Transformers, well, most of my original, not all of them, most of my original Transformers disappeared, and I couldn't get them back. They were gone. And so, yeah, that was a problem, but, you know, that's just life, right? I ended up tracking a lot of them down, though. I mean, later on in life, I ended up rebuying them and spending the money and stuff. I bought my Mega Supreme, which I have in the original box, which is cool. And so I have a couple of I got Megatron. I got my Galvatron back. Wasn't cheap, but I ended up buying them back. So that's a good lesson, you know. Try not to get rid of the stuff that really makes you happy when you were a kid, because you'll probably want them again when you're an adult. Okay, I think I'm lost in this world because I don't know where to go. Whoa. I need a key. That I know. But I don't know where else to go in this. I'm like wandering around in circles. This is not cool. Not cool at all. I have no idea how to kill those guys, if I can kill those guys. Something's going on inside my house. One second here. What's going on out there? Oh. Just somebody wandering around. Nothing to worry about. Alright. I think it's my daughter's friend came over. That's what's going on. Come on, move. How do you kill these things? Anybody know how to kill these things? Can you kill these things? My folks gave my nephew all my stuff. Well, yeah, you know, that's the other thing too. Your parents start getting rid of these stuff. They try to teach you a valuable lesson in life, not to be a hoarder. I mean, I look at all the stuff I have in the basement. I think I got rid of a lot of stuff. I really did throw out a lot of stuff when I was younger. You know, the stuff that I had since I was a kid. And, yeah, it was kind of... It's good and it's bad. I mean, it's a good lesson to learn. I don't know what the heck to do. Can't get through these things. These little blue things on the floor look like they mean something. So far I haven't been able to trigger one. It's probably something really obvious that I'm missing. Nothing happens here. This guy's no help. Part of the floors, yeah, he tells me something that's pretty obvious. You just hit that blue thing. Those statues don't do anything. This level's killing me. Just FYI, I like it when you share personal stories during your streams. Do it more often and stuff. Yeah, I always do that. That's my whole thing. I mean, sure I could sit here and talk about the game itself, but I find that big part about doing YouTube isn't always just necessarily the topic, but the personality of the person talking. I mean, I can always just talk about the same stuff that everybody else talks about, but what's different? You know, what's different about what I can do, what anybody else can do, right? So, throwing in your own personal stories is what I like to do. It's what I do in my Brian's Play videos. Brian Plays, or whatever. It's just me playing a video game and talking just like this. Throwing my personal experiences out there. My thoughts. In fact, I did one today. I filmed one today, actually, where I played in the Donkey Kong on Nintendo Switch. That was the first thing I did. If you're interested in what I did when I first bought my Switch, that was the first thing I did, was I registered for the store and created an account, and I downloaded Donkey Kong Arcade on the Switch. And it's pretty much just the original Donkey Kong game from the arcade game, and that's it. I mean, it was like 10 bucks or something. And from there I was like, okay, what am I going to do now? And unfortunately I don't have my Switch in the basement in my man cave or anything. I have it upstairs, and so I had to figure out if I could even record it. And that was a challenge this morning, because I was putting the camera there and I was capturing the background from the TV, where I was capturing the light, the windows. And the light was coming in from the windows. It was putting a nasty glare on the television. And so when I was like looking at the camera, I'm like, okay, I could see the game, but I also see the window in the background. It looks like crap. So I fiddled around with some cardboard to try and, you know, put behind it, and I don't know. I ended up doing a recording, trying to get it the best way I can, but I don't know if it's going to look right, so I'm going to work on that video later on, see if it turned out, if it looks like crap, I don't know. But if it didn't, I'll end up putting that out at some point, my play of Donkey Kong Arcade on the Nintendo Switch. You know, it's not really a good area to be doing recordings, that's all I can say. It's in my living room. Come on, Bow Wow, you're supposed to be eating that thing. There you go. I don't know where else to go. I am stumped. Stumped. Now I'm back here again. There's gotta be a way to do this. There's gotta be something I missed. If anybody has any suggestions, throw it in there. So I'm seriously confused. There's nothing over there. I feel like I've been wandering around this area for a while. Seems like something needs to happen here, but what? How do you kill those guys? They look like the Shy Guys from Super Mario Bros. 2. I can't hit them. Nothing kills them. This is when you get fed up and you're like Googling the game going, how do I get out of here? How do I beat the second level on Zelda? I actually had to do that last time I streamed Zelda 2. Was it The Adventures of Link? I got to a point where I was in a stalemate. I didn't know where I was going, and I'm like, I thought I checked everywhere. And I realized there was one spot where I forgot to grab one item. And I couldn't get any further until I got that one item. And it drove me nuts. Like, I was just like, I was checking everywhere. I'm like, I can't get anywhere. I'm like, looking all over the place. And then when I started, I finally broke down, like, I'm just going to look it up on the internet. And then I realized there was one path from some tutorial video that I forgot to take. And I was like, oh, crap. That's why I'm not getting anywhere. It's probably the same thing here. I just forgot one thing. And without that one thing, I'm not going to get further. I don't know. I thought I looked everywhere in here. My only other thought, well, other than how to kill these things, is perhaps there's something on the outside I need to get. Just sprinkle them. Nope, nothing. Oh, that's frustrating. Can't move these things. I don't think I can kill these things either. No. Go back to that area I was at. It requires a key. Yes, I figured this out already. Push those together. That's what opened the staircase. Which I came down here. I think I've lit this before. Nothing happened. Oh crap. There's nothing else here. Oops. This thing tells me I need to defeat these two bosses, which I think I need a key for. I don't know if you can buy keys. Can you buy keys out in the world? Otherwise, I've pretty much hit a stalemate. Yeah, so I need a key for here. Crud. Oh well. I gave it a good shot. Maybe there's something I missed. Maybe I need to go back. I don't know. I'm confused. Well, I guess this would be a good spot to actually stop the stream. I know this wasn't a very successful stream. I had a bunch of disconnects. I don't think I had a lot of people on the stream anyways. I mean, I probably had about 4. Yeah, so. But yeah, the stream strength on this one earlier on was pretty bad. So I don't know if this is going to have a lot of replayability. But thanks everybody anyways for coming in. It was a lot of fun. Jersey and Billy O and Atari Creep and Rex Warden. Rex helped me out in the beginning there. I didn't understand that claw game. So I'm glad Rex was there to actually give me that advice on how to beat that claw game, even though it's kind of like I didn't get it at first. I'm like, oh crap, I get it now. But yeah, thanks anyways for coming in. Thanks everybody. I got a lot more videos to come, so I'll be launching a lot more. And hopefully I can figure out some more live streams. I don't know if I'll continue on with this. I might have to Google this one. I might have to give up and just Google it because I'm lost. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. This is when, back in the day, you would grab the Nintendo Power magazine and look it up. Anyways, yeah. Thanks everybody for joining in. It's been a lot of fun. And I'll see you in the next live stream.